Ladies and gentlemen, we told you that Operation Sheesh Mahal has changed Delhi politics forever. For instance, it led to alarming allegations made by Delhi Special Vigilance Secretary YVVJ Raj Shekhar. Raj Shekhar, who was tasked with the Sheesh Mahal probe by the Delhi Lieutenant Governor, filed a complaint that his office was broken into and sensitive files, including those pertaining to renovation of the Delhi Chief Minister's 6 Flagstaff Road residence, could have been tampered with by unknown people in the middle of the night, intervening of 15th and 16th. Well, now Bharat has accessed the CCTV footage of the same. And this CCTV footage gives you the proof of what really happened. In that video, you can actually see the midnight or post-midnight break-in into the Vigilance Secretary, Special Secretary's room. This is on the 16th of May 2023 at 2:07, the dead of night, when there are 3 suspect people seen entering the room of Raj Shekhar, picking up files, going to a neighboring room where we have accessed that the neighboring room has paper shredders, it has photocopiers, everything. And in that night, soon after, he was shunted out by the Delhi government and ordered to hand over sensitive files. Tonight, viewers, the Newshour has accessed for you the CCTV footage of that midnight virtual raid by Saurabh Bharadwaj, the minister who said that Raj Shekhar is somebody who has charges of extortion and protection money demand against him, and that is the legal notice that has been received. Well, you can see for yourself how the CCTV shows that after Raj Shekhar's room is accessed, files are taken out into the next room, and the next room has a board which says confidential rooms, entry prohibited, and inside that room, I can show you once the door opens what is inside. Entry is prohibited, but what is inside? And in this prohibited room, why were people going in? Because there are photocopiers that are inside and paper shredders. So the question is, look at that photocopier on the desk there. There is a paper shredder in the corner, and then the camera moves again and you can see another photocopier there in the corner and a paper shredder. So, the subject of investigation for alleged tampering of evidence in crucial alleged cases of corruption. This is Raj Shekhar's letter written on the 16th of May in public domain, and it says that proposal file of CBI for according sanction under section 17A of the Prevention of Corruption Act 1998 in the excise matters and policy, which is the liquor scam, and also all the Sheesh Mahal files being picked up, also other files, documents of the excise department, excise policy, all of them in the possession of Raj Shekhar. Why were they being picked up? Why were they being photocopied or destroyed? You can see on your screens 3 men breaking into YV Raj Shekhar's office located in the Delhi Secretariat. 2:07, that's the time. Who goes in at 2:07 and who tries to break in to get all of these files out, either to photocopy or to shred? Now this is the video which shows 3 suspect men, and I can show you the movement of the counters. Shows you 2:07, 2:08 and goes on till 2:34, because there is at 2:34 a movement of a person who possibly was sitting inside to photocopy or shred some of those documents. What was happening at this dead of night moment? Extremely questionable movement, and then switching off of the lights, and this could be tampering of evidence, and this raises not just questions of impropriety but Is this sabotage of the investigation? That's a question we're asking tonight on the News Hour. And joining me tonight, Nalin Kohli, national spokesperson of the BJP, Lokesh Jindal of the Congress Party, and also joining me on the show is Sanjeev Kaushik, political analyst, supports the Aam Aadmi Party. Nalin Kohli, you're a lawyer, and I want your legal sense on who goes in to the Vigilance Special Secretary's room at 2:07 at night. Why do they sneak into another room next to his room where there are photocopiers, paper shredders and everything, and what could they have been doing? Does this raise questions of impropriety or illegality?
I think they are criminality, because there's an investigation going on. At 2 a.m. in the night, somebody moving in there is not just questionable, it's highly questionable. It's almost circumstantial in terms of evidence. But I think we need to see something interesting happening. Today only, Navika ji, several newspapers carried a full-page ad of the Aam Aadmi Party Punjab government talking about corruption and eliminating corruption and giving advice. What Mr. Kejriwal gave way back in 2013-14, कि आप वीडियो बनाइए और कोई आपसे घूस मांगे, वीडियो बनाइए और हम एक्शन लेंगे. So the first question that comes to my mind, यहाँ तो वीडियो बन रही है, you've got visuals, you've got evidence. So now the next question is, Mr. Kejriwal, why should it happen in Punjab? Why not Delhi? You are the chief minister. So what action are you taking tomorrow morning before you start asking anybody else? And this is the excise scam. So you are the creation of India against corruption. I'm sure the vigilance department being raided by someone, and these are not government officers who are raiding the vigilance department at 2 a.m. for photocopies and shredding. So that should also be good enough reason for you to fight against corruption. Even if you believe that your government has not done any wrong, which is part of the investigation, which I'm sure the investigative agencies will complete and point out about your ministers. So at least if you say you're honest, why don't you, as we say, walk the talk?
Do you think there is need for an investigation by an agency into what was going on at 2 o'clock in the corridors of the Vigilance Department?
Definitely. No question about it. 100%.
Lokesh Jindal, what do you think? Where do you stand on this?
Navika ji, this is a very serious issue right now, because if you look at the entire chronology of event, so 12th of May, Aam Aadmi Party comes out with an NGO letter on the basis of which they charge Mr. Raj Shekhar of criminality. They tried to implicate him. And then 13th of May, his office is sealed and he's dismissed. And subsequently, on 16th of May, this video comes up whereby documents are being shifted from his room to adjacent room. Now, it's just not simply, yes, it is a tampering of evidence also, but more than that, it's well organized. It's a conspiracy, because Mr. Raj Shekhar was involved in investigating serious charges against the Kejriwal government, whether it is the excise liquor policy, whether it is his Sheesh Mahal, Operation Sheesh Mahal and all. So the point is, we expect that the Lieutenant Governor must act as soon as possible. The CBI must take due action, and Kejriwal government must be dismissed for the moral turpitude and the manner in which they are handling Delhi, the manner in which things are taking shape. Their two ministers are already in jail. And it is, I would say, this party is anarchist. It's not good for the democracy of the country. The center must take action as soon as possible.
Well, संजीव कौशिक जी, मेरा सवाल आपसे सीधा ये है कि रात के 2 बजे कोई सरकारी काम तो नहीं चल रहा होगा? नहीं ना? नहीं। इतनी देर तक तो कोई सरकार नहीं काम करती। बिल्कुल नहीं। और ये दिल्ली सेक्रेटेरिएट की विजिलेंस डिपार्टमेंट है जी, तो यहाँ तो बीजेपी के लोग नहीं चल सकते, कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोग नहीं चल सकते?
देखिए नाविका जी, बिल्कुल मैं स्पष्ट कर रहा हूँ कि इन्वेस्टिगेटिव जर्नलिज्म जो है उसकी कदर मैं करता हूँ, और कई बार इस तरह की चीज़ें सामने लाने में कामयाब रहे हैं, इस तरह के जर्नलिस्ट की लोगों को बहुत चक्का हो जाना पड़ा है। लेकिन जेम्स बॉन्ड टाइप की ये जासूसी, वो जो निकल रहा है, उस फाइल में लिखा क्या होगा, उसमें सारे करप्शन वाले फाइल होंगे, अरविंद केजरीवाल घिरने वाले होंगे, जिनकी तस्वीरें क्लियर नहीं दिखाई दे रही है, वो ये कहना कि नहीं वो
भाई साहब फिर ये बता दीजिए, जब अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने राजनीति शुरू की थी तो वो जेम्स बॉन्ड थे क्या? क्योंकि 007 थे, क्योंकि वो तो रोज सुबह उठ के कहते थे,
आगे की बात
नहीं, वो तो रोज सुबह उठ के कह रहे थे कि शरद पवार है वो चोर है, राहुल गांधी चोर है, सोनिया गांधी चोर है, मनमोहन सिंह चोर है, सब चोर हैं, वो तो कहते थे। वो जेम्स बॉन्ड थे क्या? आज हमारे को आप कह रहे हो कि हम जेम्स बॉन्ड नहीं बन सकते, तो अरविंद केजरीवाल जेम्स बॉन्ड थे क्या?
तो क्या इस आधार पे अरविंद केजरीवाल को इस्तीफा दे देना चाहिए?
आप मुझे बताइए।
दिल्ली में राष्ट्रपति
रात को 2 बजे, पर ये तो जवाबदेही होगी कि नहीं कि रात को 2 बजे विजिलेंस डिपार्टमेंट में क्या हो रहा था, कौन सी फाइलें उठाई जा रही थी?
पूरी बात तो गई नहीं। आप ये कह रही हैं कि वो जो फाइल लेके जा रहा है वो अरविंद केजरीवाल के काले कारनामों का चिट्ठा है, जिसको लेकर के अरविंद केजरीवाल के लोग बाहर निकल रहे हैं। हम ये कह रहे हैं कि वो जो फाइल लेके जा रहा है वो उसी ऑफिसर के जो काले कारनामों का चिट्ठा है, ऑफिसर के द्वारा ही इस तरह से प्लान किया गया है कि उसकी अपनी फाइलें निकाल ली जाए। क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रेशर में कोर्ट ने आखिर ऐसा फैसला क्यों किया कि कोई इसके बारे में बात क्यों नहीं करता? कोर्ट ने क्लियर कहा कि इस तरह के प्रशासनिक अधिकारियों और ऑफिसर के ऊपर।
नलिन कोहली जी, ये आदमी भी राजशेखर जी के हैं, बिकॉज ही इज द IAS ऑफिसर इन चार्ज ऑफ विजिलेंस। सौरभ भारद्वाज जी, जिन्होंने कहा कि एक NGO ने कंप्लेन किया था जिसकी वजह से दे हैव कॉल्ड Rajashekhar allegedly an extortionist. Well, that person who heads, the chairman of that NGO, Abhinav Samaj, that chairman has written to Arvind Kejriwal and the chief secretary that हमने कोई complain नहीं किया. We think this officer is very, very true. Why were we being quoted by the minister? ये उनकी चिट्ठी है और वो एक कंप्लेंट उत्तम नगर के पुलिस स्टेशन में भी लिखवा चुके हैं कि उनके नाम का गलत इस्तेमाल किया गया है। अब ये भी झूठ है, वो आदमी भी राजशेखर जी के हैं, सब कुछ आप ही करवा रहे हैं भैया। अरविंद केजरीवाल तो बिल्कुल इनोसेंट है, जवाब दीजिए।
यदि आप हमसे
सो देन इस जवाब के अंदर में इन्होंने एक प्रकार से कह दिया है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी इनकॉम्पिटेंट है, कि उनके सरकार में इस प्रकार की चीजें हो जाएं और वो सरकार उनको आइडिया ही नहीं, चला ही नहीं रहे। भाई इनकी थ्योरी अगर एक सेकंड के लिए मैं मान लूं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की सरकार जो है बिल्कुल अच्छी है, यहां पर अफसर जो है उसने अपना ही आदमी भेजा और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कहने पे भेजा, तो इसका मतलब ये हो गया कि दिल्ली में आपकी प्रशासन इतनी निकम्मी हो गई है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी किसी को भी रात 2 बजे कहीं पर भी भेज सकती है और कोई भी अफसर 2-2:30 बजे कुछ भी कर सकता है।
इसी प्रशासन
ये तो मतलब आप अपने आप पे क्या सर्टिफिकेट लगा रहे हैं? मतलब एक चीज से मैंने आपको टोका नहीं भाई साहब, मैं अपनी बात कर लूं ना, उसके बाद जरूर बोलिए ना।
लगातार चाह रही है कि वो अपना कॉकस बनाए,
मतलब आपकी सिक्योरिटी आपकी नहीं सुनती। और NGO जिसका नाम सौरभ भारद्वाज जी लेते हैं, दिस इज सौरभ भारद्वाज's statement and he says on 13th of May that Rajashekhar is running an extortion racket and the people who are supposed to be the complainants against Rajashekhar, they are saying ऐसा नहीं हुआ and they file a complaint with the police station. I also want to show you that the Vigilance Department website, I wanted to see how do I complain there. That is the website. And do you see the 2 pictures on top? Saurabh Bharadwaj and Arvind Kejriwal. They are supposed to be the people to catch fraud. वो नीचे फ्रॉड लिखा है ना कि वो फ्रॉड पकड़ने का डिपार्टमेंट है। तो लोकेश जिंदल जी मुझे बता दीजिए, इसमें फ्रॉड पकड़ा जा रहा है कि फ्रॉड किया जा रहा है?
पकड़ा जाएगा ना, फ्रॉड तो अभी अगर सेंटर कदम उठाएगा तो
नहीं, पर ये क्या कर रहे हैं जो इंचार्ज हैं डिपार्टमेंट के, जिनको पता ही नहीं, क्योंकि प्रशासन को तो अभी दुरुस्त कर नहीं पाए वो।
कांग्रेस तो इतनी कंफ्यूज है।
नाविका जी, टेल मी वन थिंग, आम आदमी पार्टी, सर एक मिनट, आम आदमी पार्टी keeps on harping that Delhi is polluted, Yamuna Nadi is polluted. You know, for Operation Sheesh Mahal, they had cut down trees. Now, the chief minister who kept on harping about Aam Aadmi, and the manner in which he has been spending on his bungalow. Now, look at this. You know, Shah Jahan had a Takhte Taus. That was the seat where he used to sit as an emperor. I mean, that was for lakhs. I mean, Arvind Kejriwal made commodes for lakhs. Can you beat that? I mean, forget the Shah Jahan and all. Here there are curtains worth crores, there are kitchen worth lakhs, there are bathroom fittings and all, and based on taxpayers' money.
And Mr. Arvind Kejriwal in an interview to me said, Yamuna cleaning has been delayed by about 2 or 3 years, but before the next election, he'll clear it. He will clean the Yamuna. But do you know for his Sheesh Mahal, 7 people signed the file for Sheesh Mahal construction in one single day, the 27th of July 2020, in the middle of COVID, when the National Disaster Management Act was levied on the entire country. 7 clearances in a single day, tenders floated and awarded in 2 days. But Yamuna cleaning takes 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. Well, many questions that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal needs to answer. Of course, when he gets time from going across the country to try and find more power, possibly for more CCTV footage of this kind to emerge. Thank you very much to my panelists, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the Newshour tonight. Good night and be safe.